The DeSoto Plymouth dealers, from coast to coast, in every state in the Union, present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. And now, here he is, the one, the only...
Never heard of him. Oh, that's me. Well, here I am again with $2,500 for one of our couples. Don't even say the secret word, the duck will fly down and pay him $100. The word tonight is door. I don't know where this duck gets all this money from. All right. Florida for you. That's Cecil's brother-in-law.
Well, Groucho, we have a housewife for you to start with tonight.
Well, how do you know I need one? There's one thing in the world I don't need, it's a housewife.
Well, just to play the game.
Have you got an old drudge out there that
Her name is Mrs. Bernadine Lodge, and her partner is Dr. Wynne York. So, folks, would you please come in and meet Groucho Marx?
Well, welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Don't try to sneak away. Come right up here. Huh? If you say the secret word, you'll divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Give up? Mrs. Bernadine Lodge and Dr. Wynne York. Which one is Dr. York?
I am.
You're Dr. York?
Yes.
You're a doctor?
Yes.
Why don't I ever get a pretty red-haired doctor? Huh? When I call a doctor, I always get the ugly, bald-headed kind, who are usually sicker than I am. How old are you, Doc?
26.
Would you mind talking a little bit louder?
26.
This goes all the way up to Maine, we hope. 26?
Yes.
Oh, well, you're a very pretty girl, Doc. Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland, from Edgeworthstown, County Longford, Ireland.
Where?
Ireland.
What are you doing now, Doctor?
I'm interning at Good Samaritan Hospital.
You're interning who?
I'm doing a rotating internship at the Good Samaritan.
Well, when you stop rotating, would you mind giving me a ring, sir? Imagine calling a doctor in the middle of the night and having her show up. I once called a doctor in the middle of the night and Dr. Pepper showed up. Sold me 6 bottles of that stuff and went away again. Mrs. Bernadine Lodge?
Yes, sir.
Where is that? Is that near San Fernando Valley?
Well, that's my name, Mr. Marx.
Oh, I thought that was a summer resort, huh?
It's my name.
Where are
An
you?
English name.
It's an English name?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
well,
sir.
We're well represented here with
Yes, sir.
the
Lodge,
tight little
don't
island.
you know about John Cabot Lodge?
Yes, I know. I stayed overnight there. It's a motel.
No. He was a very famous person.
Oh, well, I don't know. Is that the fellow that...
My husband happens to be a
your
descendant
husband was
of
John
the Lodges.
Cabot Lodge?
No, he was a descendant.
Oh, did he belong to this lodge?
Yes, sir.
See, wasn't that the fellow that euchred President Wilson out of the League of Nations?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah. I don't think it was, but that's as good an answer as any.
Well, it had something to do with
I'll say anything to keep the conversation rolling. Well, I'd like to go on talking to you two, but now it's time for you to win some money. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $2,500 question. Right now, I'd like everyone to pay close attention to some interesting information about the beautiful new DeSoto.
Here's the distinguished 1953 DeSoto, a truly beautiful car. Its superb new styling, longer, lower, wider lines, and smart appearance make this DeSoto the queen of the highway. And under this lovely hood, there's the most efficient automobile engine ever built. The mighty 160 horsepower DeSoto Firedome V8 engine. This mighty Firedome engine ensures you all the power you'll ever be able to use, plus instant acceleration. And here's proof. Watch now how smoothly and easily this Firedome 8 climbs up the whole long length of this steep, winding mountain road. Yes, for steady, dependable performance, for power and instant acceleration, you'll choose the DeSoto Firedome V8 engine. See the distinguished 1953 DeSoto tomorrow at your DeSoto Plymouth dealers. The mighty 160 horsepower Firedome 8 and the brilliant Powermaster 6.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected famous saints. Now, here's your first question. How much will you bet?
Everything but 1 cent.
Oh, I see. Okay. According to Christian tradition, what is the name of the angel who will blow his trumpet on the last day of the world?
Gabriel.
Gabriel is right.
Well, you're off to a good start. You have $39.99.
Remember, you're going for $2,500 tonight. Now, how much of this $39.99 you going to try? Talk up.
Everything but 1 cent.
You're the official spokesman for this duo, is that it? What is the name of the patron saint of England who, according to legend, slew a dragon?
St. George.
St. George is right.
You now have $79.97.
Now, how much of this will you risk? Housewife, stop giggling there, will you?
Everything but 1 cent.
Everything but 1
We're
cent.
really good.
All right, what is the name of the patron saint of travelers?
St. Christopher.
St. Christopher is right, huh?
You now have $159.93.
This is your last chance to be the other couples. How much you going to try?
Everything but 1 cent.
This is rather monotonous. What was the name of the first of the 12 apostles? He was their leader and spokesman. Talk it over.
Peter.
This is the brains of the organization over here. St. Peter is right.
And you wind up with $319.85.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Well, Groucho, we invited some men who work for a swimming pool concern to the program tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Mr. Raymond Heron. His partner is a housewife, Mrs. Laura Hammersley, and here they are. Folks, please come in and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Mrs.
Hammersley.
Hammersley, I'll start with you. Where are you from?
Warren, Ohio.
Where?
Warren, Ohio.
Oh, I thought he was in California. Why did you leave Warren? I'll call you Laura, huh?
Don't call me Hammy. Everyone calls me Hammy.
They do. Well, they call me Hammy, too, but that's another time. All right, Hammy. Why did you leave Warren?
My family made me go away to university.
Oh, what university did you go to?
Ohio Wesleyan University at Delaware, Ohio.
Oh, I see. How old are you, Hammy?
65.
65, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You say that as if you were proud of it.
I am going to get top Social Security, and you can't get it without being 65. When I go to Las Vegas, so I better win.
I see. You know, this is something the government has never been able to figure out. Every year, 2 million American women who are 29 suddenly become 65 on their next birthday. Ray Herring is...
Heron.
Oh, Heron, huh? You're with a swimming pool company?
Yes, paddock.
Maybe that's why I thought your name was Herring. You with the paddock pools?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, you look pretty clean, all right. You know, somebody told me that there are more swimming pools in California than there are people. Is that true?
Well, that's a little exaggerated, but every fifth house in Beverly Hills has a pool in the back.
I see. And bill collectors out front? You say every fifth house? And what do the other four have, fifths? Well, are there enough rich people around to own all these pools?
You know, there's a lot of our customers are average people.
No, that's not true. How many of you average people in the audience have swimming pools? 2 people raise their hands. And they're both NBC ushers, I think. How many of you people out there own bathtubs? 2 people, huh? Well, tell us something about the construction of these pools you make, Mr. Heron. For example, what goes into your pools?
Well, it's kind of a joke we have down there, but we say little kids in bathing suits.
That's a joke? Now, what do people say when you tell them that?
Well, they just kind of laugh.
You're lucky they don't push you in the pool. Well, we've gotten along swimmingly, Ray and Hammy, and now let's see if you can win some big money. Run your $20 into more than our other couples, you'll get a chance at the $2,000 question. I can't tell you how much you have to win, but George is going to remind our listeners.
Dr. York and her partner won $319.85, and the secret word is door.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected college teams with the same nicknames. Some of these schools are large and some are small, but in each case they have the same name for their teams. Here's your first question. How much will you try?
Bet 19.
Up to you.
All right. Clemson and Princeton have teams with the same nickname. What is it? Talk it over. Now, you can help them, you know.
Princeton Wildcats.
No, I'm sorry. It's the Princeton Tigers. Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Oh, you now have $1.
Well, you have $1. Remember, you're going for $2,500 tonight. Now, how much of the dollar are you going to bet?
Bet it all.
Bet it all?
No, it's bet 99 cents.
Okay, 99.
All right, that'll give you a nest egg. Fordham and Rhode Island State have common team nicknames. What are these teams called?
He said he knew it. I wanted to take memorable residences. I know that.
No.
Well, take a guess. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the Rams.
Is that the last question?
No, this is only the third. Now, don't get discouraged. Stanford and Dartmouth.
How much of this? Well, I have to.
How much you going to bet?
Penny.
Stanford and Dartmouth have the same nicknames for their teams. What is it?
Indians.
Indians is right. Now you have 2 cents. Now, it's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much will you bet? Bet it all.
2 cents.
Okay.
Bet your life.
The large University of Pittsburgh and the smaller one of Adelphi, or Adelphi, have the same nickname. What is it?
Pittsburgh.
It's the Panthers. Well, now you have nothing. So I'm going to give you one more question. If you get this right, you'll split $25. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
How long do you have the 3-day measles?
3 days.
3 days is right. Put it there. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Now, before we proceed with the show, we have something a little special. A few months ago, my little 6-year-old daughter was on the show, and we got an awful lot of fan mail. In fact, we got more fan mail from that show than we did for her than we did for me over the past year. So we decided to bring her back and let her sing a duet with me. So, Melinda, would you bring her out here? This is Melinda, and I'm no Godfrey on this instrument, but I will try to plunk enough accompaniment. And incidentally, the lady who sang before the show is Melinda's mother. Now, would you like to do a joke first?
Yes.
Well, Melinda, if your father wrote $100 and he was to pay it off at the rate of $1 a week, how long would it take him to pay it back?
100 years.
100 years? Why, Melinda, you don't know arithmetic.
Yeah, but you don't know my father.
Okay, song. You don't need analyzing. It is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's older. Or rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that distant pain. You're not sick, you're just in love. I just introduced her mother so you know where the talent actually came from.
Well, Groucho, we have some special guests for you now. An executive at NBC told us about them, so we invited them to be on the show tonight. I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Richard Russell. So, folks, would you please come in and meet Groucho Marx?
Well, welcome. Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealer. Say the secret word, and you'll win $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Mr. and Mrs. Richard Russell, eh? Mrs. Russell? What, that's you, huh?
Yes, me.
What's your first name?
Gloria.
Gloria, oh, that's a nice name. Where are you from, Gloria?
I was born just about a mile away from here.
Oh, really? Recently?
I'm 20.
Oh, 20, huh? I just wanted to find out how old you were. That's all. And Dick, what's your hometown?
I was born in Webster, South Dakota, but I consider my hometown Park Rapids, Minnesota.
How old are you, Dickie boy?
21.
21, huh? How long have you been married, Dick?
Well, we've been married since 2 o'clock, April 12th, 1952.
Do you have any children, Gloria?
No, but we're expecting one very soon.
Really? I don't want to seem anxious, Gloria, but how soon do you expect this I Love Lucy?
In about 3 weeks.
Oh, I see. Dick, where do you work?
I'm with the United States Gypsum.
Oh, you mean you're with the Income Tax Department? Now, come now. You don't look like a revenue agent. What's this gypsum stuff?
Well, gypsum in the raw form is calcium sulfate, CaSO4
Oh,
And
is that the telephone number? Well, I'll give him a ring sometime. Now, how did you two lovebirds meet?
We met in high school. We both attended Burbank High School, and he was a senior and I was a sophomore. And we met during the operetta Pinafore. He had the lead. He played Captain Corcoran.
Oh.
And during rehearsals, I happened to be sitting behind him.
And you were in Pinafore?
Yes.
And were you in it, too?
Yes,
What
I was
did you
in the
play,
chorus.
Little Buttercup?
No, I was in the chorus.
And what, you played the captain?
Yes.
Could you sing us a stanza or something?
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't.
A little bit, huh? Oh, try.
I
don't.
Huh?
It's been over 4 years ago. I haven't done any singing since then, really.
Well, couldn't you sing a little bit of I am the captain of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's
that
Navy?
wasn't Captain Corcoran's song.
Farewell, my own, light of my life, farewell. What about that?
I don't think I could. I really don't.
Oh, come on, give us a little of it. Come on, Dick.
Well, I'd have to have some help.
Help?
Yeah, would you like to help me?
Yes, I
All
would
right,
be
let's
delighted.
sing something from
All
it.
right, let's sing something.
What do you say?
Yes, well, go on.
Sing I'm the captain of Pinafore.
I am the captain.
I
of
am
Pinafore.
the captain of the Pinafore.
Pinafore and a right good captain too. You're very, very good, and be it understood, I command our right good crew.
He's very, very good, and believe me, very good. He commands a right good crew.
Though related to a peer, I can hand a reef or steer, or ship or selvagee. I was never known to quail at the fury of a gale.
But I'm never, never sick at sea.
Never?
No, never.
What, never?
Well, hardly ever.
I think he should have been there, don't you?
Then we'd have been married instead of you two.
Never happened.
Well, you two youngsters seem like nice, normal, young married people. Dick, besides meeting Gloria, has anything exciting ever happened to you?
Yes, I was the star of my own television show.
You were? Well, what did you do on television?
Well, I didn't do anything. I was unconscious.
You mean you were a comedian? Dick, I'm afraid I don't get it. What went on during this program?
Well, they dissected a constricted part of my aorta.
Really? Now, Dick, come clean. What is this all about? Explain it.
Well, the American Medical Association was having their national convention in Los Angeles.
Is that anything like the American Legion?
I don't believe so, no. They called upon one of the Los Angeles prominent surgeons to do a demonstration surgery on television.
Mm-hmm.
And it was telecast in color to Chicago and New York. And they performed the surgery on my heart, and it was on a closed frequency. And where previously my life expectancy was narrowed to several years, well, it opened a new door to life, and Now I can...
Wait a minute, you said to take a word. Go on. You said the secret word, so Bambolina brings you each $50. Now, you say you were operated, you had a heart operation on television?
Yes, that's
Well,
right.
tell us about it, eh?
Well, it was on color television. And
Yeah.
In December 7th, 1950.
And it was seen all over America by all
Well,
the
it was on a
doctors?
closed frequency. It was seen in Chicago and New York.
Well, would you say your television show was a success, Dick?
I think so. I lived through it.
Well, that's something. After some of my shows, I'm lucky to be alive myself. How many performances did you put on, Dick?
Just one.
Just one, huh? There's just no pleasing some sponsors, huh? Here you go and put your heart in the show, and they drop you like a hot potato. Dick, I'm sure we're all happy for you that the operation was a success. But in a way, you have my sympathy. You go up to somebody and say, would you like to hear about my operation? And they say, no, thanks. I saw it on television. You have nothing to talk about. By the way, Dick, wasn't this operation rather rare?
Well, 5 years ago, a surgery like this may not have been possible. And thanks to the research performed by the American Heart Association, through the funds donated by the American public, they have made surgeries such as this and many other difficult surgeries possible, thereby saving many lives every year.
Now I see why Fenneman invited you here tonight, Dick. I think the Heart Association campaign fund is underway right now. Well, obviously it's worthwhile, and I hope everybody remembers it. Well, your husband has started a new trend, you know, Gloria. Is your baby going to be born on television?
Oh, I hope not.
Well, let's hurry up and finish. You could ruin our commercial, you know. Well, you're a fine-looking couple, and I'm sure you're going to have a long and happy life. Now, enough of this conversation. I imagine you two could use some of the hard cash we dish out here. You'll have some of it already, by the way.
Yeah, I wonder.
All you got to do is run your $20 into more than our other couples, and you'll get a chance at the $2,500 question. I can't tell you how much you have to win, but George is going to remind our listeners.
Dr. York and her partner still lead with $319.85.
Now, here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected comic strips as your category. Now, here's your first question. How much will you bet? Now, talk it over.
20?
20?
20.
Mrs. Clifford McBride is now responsible for the adventures of a big gangling dog. I'm a gambling dog. This is a gangling dog. What is the name of the dog?
Napoleon?
Talk it over.
Napoleon?
Napoleon is right. Give me a high Talk it
Well,
over
you're off to a
before you
great
answer.
start. You have $40.
Remember, you're going for $2,500 tonight. Now, how much of the $40 you going to bet?
40? 40. 40.
Lee Falk and Phil Davis draw a strip about a clever illusionist with a friend called Lothar. What is the name of this strip?
Mandrake. The magician?
Mandrake the Magician, before you change it.
You now have $80.
You now have $80. How much you say? You're doing great tonight, Fenneman.
These are easy ones.
Yes. Oh, I understand that, but as a rule, you can't count that high.
80.
Sure.
$80. Fred Fox draws a strip about a big-eyed girl with a kid brother called Blackie. What is this strip called?
Oh, Alice
gasoline.
Cinders.
Alice Sanders is right.
You've now climbed to $160.
And here's your last chance. Fenneman, you're doing a wonderful job.
I know the answer for the end already if they...
I may let you quit night school if this keeps up. Here's your last chance to be the other couples. How much you going to bet?
160.
Carl Ed features a young boy going to Covina High who hangs out at the Sugar Bowl. What is the name of the strip? Talk it over.
Yes.
Yes. No. Oh.
I don't know it any.
Gee.
No, I'm sorry. It's Harold Teen. Sure thought you'd know that. Well, we're not going to let you leave here broke. You have $100, and there's a chance to win 25 more. Are you ready? What comes out of a smokestack?
Smoke.
Smoke, that's right. Well, put it there, Gloria. Sorry.
Well, since you people went broke, that means that Dr. York and her partner with $319.85 in just 1 minute get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $2,500 question. It's a fact. The best place in town to buy a used car is at a DeSoto Plymouth dealer's. It will pay you to remember that. The best place in town to buy a used car is at a DeSoto Plymouth dealer's. There are lots of reasons for this. First of all, some of these used cars are DeSoto's and Plymouth's, traded in by his regular customers. Cars the DeSoto Plymouth dealer sold originally and serviced since the day they were new. Of course, a DeSoto Plymouth dealer gets other fine, popular-make cars as trade-ins, too. So when a DeSoto Plymouth dealer places a car for sale on his used car lot, you can rest assured it's a good value, with lots of miles of service in it. No matter what make or what model used car you may be interested in buying, come to a DeSoto Plymouth dealer for a fair and square deal every time. Now here's Dr. York and her partner, the winning couple, all set for the DeSoto Plymouth $2,500 question.
I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you. Think carefully, and please no help from the audience. Here it is. One of the great cartoonists of the 1870s was famous for creating the elephant as the Republican symbol and the donkey for the Democrats. He also was famous for creating the Tammany tiger and for his attacks on Boss Tweed. For $2,500, who was this cartoonist? Talk it over. All right, what is the answer you two have decided upon?
Was it Tad?
No, it was Thomas Nast, N-A-S-T. Well, it was a tough one, but I'm sorry, that's the correct answer. That means the big question next week will be worth $3,000. Well, they lost the big money, but they won. Well, how much did they win, George?
$319.85.
Well, thanks, and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Remember that the dealers who sell the distinguished 1953 DeSoto also sell the brilliant new Plymouth, the first truly balanced car in the low-priced field. DeSoto, Plymouth, two great new cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation.
Friends, go in to see your DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. And when you do, tell them Groucho sent you.
Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same station, for the Groucho Marx Show. You Bet Your Life. Brought to you by the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America, who now have on display the most beautiful car ever built, the distinguished 1953 DeSoto. See it tomorrow. And don't forget Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life on radio every Wednesday night. This is George Fenneman signing off with a little rhyme from the National Safety Council about wacky walkers. Jaywalkers cross in mid-block wherever people shop. Better watch them closely and be prepared to stop.